And there's nothing like it. These two heated rivals in the state of Texas. And tonight, Rangers baseball presented by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. The Lone Star Series, Rangers and Astros, opening game of this weekend series before the All-Star break. Taking a look at the updated standings in the American League West. The Rangers, with that walk-off win last night, now eked a half game ahead of Seattle in the standings. Now look now, Houston Astros playing some good baseball, just 2 games out in this divisional race. All right, welcome in, everybody. Great to have you along with us tonight. I'm Dave Raymond with Mike Bassick, and this is kind of what we gear our calendars to every year when these two teams get together. It's really been interesting where these two teams have gone since we last met.
Yeah, since they last met, the Rangers had a little bit better record, and we look at our Ford leaderboard. The record since May 29th, last time they met May 28th, Rangers' best record in the American League, 22-15. The Astros, though, not far behind, 4th best record in the American League at 20-17. Should be a very interesting series, and this is the man that you do not want up with the game on the line for the Rangers. This season, Yordan Alvarez is probably the MVP of the American League so far. The OPS over 29 homers, 67 RBIs, leads American League in all of those categories. Be careful. The important thing is to get the guys out in front of him.
Yes, exactly. He is a guy who you cannot let beat you. But guess what? The Rangers, they have some pretty good players of their own. Wyatt Langford, how about in his career in this ballpark? 151 games now, an OPS nearly 800 with 21 bombs and great offensive production. He lived up to all the hype last night. And Langford hammers that ball. It is off the base of the wall. Osuna will score, and the Rangers have won it in the bottom of the ninth.
Welcome back to this Frostbank Friday here inside of Globe Life Field as we get set for the first of 3 games in this Silver Boot Series. You know, when these in-state rivals face off, there is no shortage of energy in the buildup. That's especially true coming off a thrilling walk-off win that led to a series win against the Angels last night. Alejandro Ozuna telling me that the vibes in the clubhouse right now are 100% going into this final series of the first half. Skip Schumacher adding that a walk-off win like that is a 180-degree turn on feelings. It is amazing what just one hit can do, and he was talking about Wyatt Langford's hit, of course. You know, they've carried those feelings into today against Houston. The last time, or since the last time these two have played, the Rangers have the 5th best winning percentage in Major League Baseball. They're looking for 3 more wins, guys, as they close out the first half and get their first look at Hunter Brown this year.
Yeah, it felt like I was at Six Flags last night, Dave, with that roller coaster of a game.
But that was fun.
Wyatt Langford got it done in the end, and the Rangers got a win. Our Ben Abbott and Associates starting pitcher tonight is going to be Cal Quantrill, so far a 3.35 ERA. This is going to be his 4th start, looking for a 0 in that first inning. He's going to have the arsenal of cutter, sinker, splitter, 4-seam, and curve.
Okay, big start for Cal tonight against this Houston team. A tone setter perhaps in this series as we take a look at the Clay Cooley starting lineup for the Astros. They are 2 back of the Rangers in the division. Jeremy Pena back off the injured list and leading it off for Houston tonight. Yordan Alvarez DHing, and then it's Isaac Paredes at third base. Walker, Altuve, and Wade Jr. in the middle. Cam Smith in right field. Diaz does the catching, and Bryce Matthews, their center fielder, will bat 9th.
Oh, it's nice to say this defense in the outfield because it is healthy again. Langford, Carter, and Nimmo in the outfield. In the infield, you have Young, Duran, Lopez, and Berger. And Kyle Higashioka doing the catching, throwing it down to Nicky Lopez. Let's play some baseball, Dave.
Well, we've been waiting. It's been a while. It was interesting just, you know, getting ready for the game and thinking about where these two teams have gone since we last played toward the end of May. You start to reflect, end of May, that sounds like a long time ago. Teams in very different spots now. And hopefully the Rangers can keep what has been a pretty good thing going here into the All-Star break after Sunday. It starts with tonight's game. Cal Quantrill deals, and his first pitch is high. Ball 1. Off we go tonight. 74 degrees inside here with the roof closed at Globe Life Field. It is a cool 96 degrees outside. Quantrill low, has 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Quantrill, he's not going to go real deep in today's game. They just want him to be effective for the time he is in there, and he pumps one right over the heart of the plate for a strike.
Yeah, not overpowering stuff, not a ton of strikeouts on the year. A guy that needs to get early, weak contact and move on to the next hitter.
Pena chops at third base. Backhand stop. Long throw. Young not in time. And Pena, who's just off the injured list with a left calf strain, getting down that line pretty nicely for the infield hit.
He can move. Josh Young makes the play, sets his feet, turns and throws, but Pena beats it by a full step. Nice accurate throw, but just when you field it that deep at third,
yeah.
If a guy can run fast, most likely they're going to beat it out.
So now here is Yordan Alvarez, and he'll go after the first pitch. He lifts it high in the air, short left field, and that's a play for Langford. Boy, how about that? Not only do they retire Alvarez, but they do it on one pitch. One away.
Well, that's a big out. Like I said, you want, when you're a kind of a command pitcher without a lot of swing and miss stuff, you want early contact. So if that lineup flips over on you in the third, fourth inning, those guys have not seen all your pitches.
With one out, here is Itzhak Paredes, and he will take low. Paredes, 253 average with 12 home runs, 47 RBIs. A little 2-game hitting streak going. Houston had yesterday off, by the way. They were here in town and just able to relax as they have been on the road. Joe Espada, their manager, then able today to bring Pena back off the injured list, bolstering their lineup just a little bit. 2-0 pitch, and that's tight. Quantrill moving Paredes off the dish with that one. 3-0.
I'm going to assume Paredes has the green light here. You want to throw a strike, but you don't want to throw just a fastball right down the middle.
And the 3-0, that is perfectly placed right at the bottom of the zone. 3-1. Well, a ground ball would certainly do him a nice favor here. That's inside. He walks Paredes. An infield hit and a walk, and Quantrill now has to deal with a little bit of traffic out there. Brings up Christian Walker.
Well, in Cal Quantrill, you want a ground ball, but he's not much of a ground ball pitcher.
Go. There are your base runners. Astros just finished a series on the East Coast. They were in Washington playing the Nationals. As Quantrill just misses the outer edge there. It was called a cutter, and I suppose it was. Almost looked like a slider, kind of an old school traditional slider, but categorized as a cutter now. 1-0, and that is in the air left field. Here comes Langford, and he'll make the catch. He'll throw back to second base. A chance at 2. Got him! Inning over! That's how you do it.
Wyatt Langford on a dead sprint makes the play, and on the run makes an accurate enough throw, and Lopez with a nice stretch and scoop. No runs for the Astros in the first.
Up to the plate for savings, visit progressive.com. by Frost Bank, exactly what you unexpected. And by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. Some shots from last night's fun. The Rangers walk-off winners yesterday, and hoping to bring some of that momentum into this series. Now, as we get ready to go in the bottom of the first, our Clay Cooley lineup for the Rangers. Jock Peterson DHing in that top spot. Langford and Young right after him. Nimmo, Berger, Duran in the heart of the order. It's Carter in center. Lopez at second. Higashioka does the catching and bats ninth.
We look at Hunter Brown, our Ben Abbottson Associates starting pitcher for the Astros. 6 starts this year, 3.38 ERA. You have a 4-seam, sinker, curve, change, and slider. Has been a very good pitcher the last 2 years. This year has dealt with injuries.
First pitch to Peterson, and he shoots that one to the left side out of play. Strike one. Jock leading it off a .235 average, 14 home runs, and freshly swapped out batteries on the batting gloves, some of the extra protective gear, fully powered up and glowing at the plate. I'll take just outside, 1-1. Can you see that green from?
Oh yeah, I think also, does he look at kind of the red and go, the contrasting color will show great here? Is maybe also his favorite character is the Green Lantern?
Could be. Little up, 2-1.
He has to have the most protective gear because he has a lot of different colors.
Yeah. Nobody accessorizes quite like Jock Peterson. 2-1. That's very high. So Brown, here's the one thing about Brown that's probably worth discussing is the command. Not as good as it has been in the past. You mentioned injury has been an issue. Made 2 starts and then had to go to the injured list where he missed 2 months of the season. And he's up high, ball 4. Peterson walks. See if the Rangers can take advantage of free base runners tonight with Hunter Brown.
Well, we look at the arsenal and the batting average against. Obviously, the 4-seam, his best pitch. He throws that a lot to lefties. You have the sinker, the curve, change, and slider have been a little bit of an issue in his, 30 innings pitched or so far this year.
Yeah, he's made 6 starts so far this year, thrown 29 1/3 innings. And his first pitch to Langford is well off the plate. So he's only thrown 1 strike so far. Langford, the hero last night. And he'll take high, 2-0.
I would think about just taking here.
I do think that is kind of the prudent move, given what you've seen for the first 7 pitches, 6 balls, and not that close. And then the 1 strike. 2-0. And that's on the ground. Shortstop Pena comes in to get it. Gets the out at second. And then the throw, very elusive, as Altuve lost that on the transfer. Just kind of slipped out of his hands.
I will say Langford, the great news is man, does he look healthy? Because I don't think they would have got Langford even if it was a good throw from Altuve. And that would be considered a non-throw?
That's got to be a non-throw, right?
Where'd the ball go?
So no double play. And now here's Young. And Young fouls that one off for strike 1. Josh is 3rd in the league with the average at .297. 9 homers, 34 RBIs. He leads the league with 23 doubles. And a very good first half for Josh Young. They play him deep in the outfield. And he'll take right on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Lamont Wade Jr. for me in left field. Boy, I mean, we've seen some deep left fielders this year, but he is way back there.
Yeah, he's definitely doesn't have to worry about going too far back on a ball.
CO2. And Young watches away. There's Wade. I mean, he is way out there. Brown quickly looks over to first. So Langford getting some attention. He does have 6 steals and 6 tries. And a little chat there with Christian Walker, Gold Glove first baseman. Infield plays Young to pull it. He does, and that one is pulled past short into center field, and the Rangers have a couple of base runners.
2-strike hitting has been a power of Josh Young this year. He gets the breaking ball, stays back, hits it right on the barrel, hits the top of the ball, and gets it past Pena, a very good defensive shortstop.
That ball sharply, so with 2 men aboard, it's Brandon Nemo's turn. Nemo, it's an extra moment to get in there as Brown wanted to swap out the baseballs. Brandon batting out of that cleanup spot. And he goes after the first pitch, hits that down toward the left field corner, and that one is high off the fence. 1 run is in. Young to third. He'll stop there. It's an RBI double for Brandon Nemo. And the Rangers get that first run tonight.
The Rangers get the 0 from Cal Quantrill. Now they get on the board because of really nice hitting from the top 4 in the lineup. Breaking ball, thigh high. Hit hard opposite field, 105, and this was just a few feet away from getting out of here. Maybe a foot.
Yeah. Rangers have been lining balls out to left on this homestand. There's almost another one there. Here is Jake Berger. And he fouls the first pitch back.
Jake Berger looking to hit something into the outfield, hopefully for a hit, but at least a sacrifice fly. But the Astros are giving the run up the middle.
Yeah, they're protecting against the big inning. 1 strike pitch, and Jake takes that one high. So far this inning, Brown has found the strike zone, I think, 6 times. Young and Nemo's hits, those count as strikes. So does the Langford ground out or the fielder's choice. So the Rangers have only allowed 3 strikes to go past them or missed on 3 strikes.
Okay.
Which says to me that even with the command issues we've seen from Brown this inning, the Rangers, I mean, their thought process must be aggressive. If you get that pitch to hit, it is green light tonight.
Well, I'm sure it's a little bit tough on a scouting report because if you go back to Hunter Brown 2024 and 25, you really don't want to fall down to 2 strikes if you get a pitch to hit early on.
Yeah, very good point.
Last year, 206 strikeouts.
2-1 pitch, and that's on the ground shortstop. They do concede the run. Pena's so to first in time, but Berger picks up another RBI, his 55th of the season. He's excited. His teammates are excited because that's his 2nd run in the inning. So 2 gone now. Our Chevy under the hood. How are the Rangers doing with 2 outs? Since June 18th, hitting nearly 270, 3rd best in the American League. 11 home runs with 2 outs. Tied for most in the league. And the first pitch here off the glove of Diaz. Ball 1 on Ezekiel Duran. Duran, the 6th hitter of the inning. Brown's 1-0. Did he go? No, he did not.
Once again, falling behind in the count. Rangers have a really good advantage here to shrink that strike zone down.
Nimmo off second, and that is a little bit in. 3-0.
I'm giving green light here. I know Brown has had a lot of command issues, but with 2 outs, I'm going to trust Ezekiel Duran to pick out his favorite pitch, and if he doesn't get it, he takes it.
Okay. Well, it makes this a big 3-0 pitch. Zeke takes.
Don't mind that at all either. That was obviously a 100% take, because what you're hoping here after Zeke just saw it, hopefully he timed it up, he gets that same pitch again.
Very hitter-friendly count. Brown's 3-1 and fouled away. So Brown, this is the other thing now. Pitch count climbing in the first inning, 22 pitches at the moment. He missed 2 months with a right shoulder strain. And there have been some moments. Skip Schumacher talked about his velocity with the fastball, but there have been some signs that maybe there's still some issues with strength in that shoulder. The velocity maybe not holding as well. And kind of an important first inning here as they have put him on his heels right out of the gate.
Probably the most scariest injury for a pitcher early on in their career is shoulder.
Setting up outside on Duran. 3-2 pitch, and he'll hit it off the end of the bat over to the first base side. Walker will take it himself, and the inning is done. Hey, how about that first inning though? Brandon Nimmo delivering the big run-scoring double. Rangers get a couple. We go to the second, 2-0.
We always do it the greatest. Southern hospitality, I'll show you around if you do want to get acquainted.
Texas leads 2-0 as we head into the second, but Jacob deGrom, he is going to miss his planned start on Sunday in Game 3, the series finale, because he's dealing with what Skip Schumacher described as a mild left glute strain. They're not sure how long he'll be out or if he'll need to go to the IL. They're still working through that, as well as working through who's going to start the series finale versus Houston. So it'll be especially important to see how far Cal can take him tonight.
Altuve goes after the first pitch of the inning here and wraps that one into left field. A leadoff hit for Houston.
Okay, that was Altuve hit. I was like, gosh, I mean, I didn't really like Michelle's report too much as she started. Oh, okay, Altuve is coming.
Well, I don't think they like that report either. That's not great news. And obviously there's the issue of how do you handle the rest of this series from the starting pitching standpoint. That's one issue. Lamont Wade Jr. takes a strike right at the top of the zone. Wade at 190 for the season, a home run, 4 driven in, recently off the injured list himself. And Quantrill spins that one in a little bit tight. 1-1. Astros have dealt with their fair share of injuries this year. They're pretty much every team has. And they're starting to get healthy. Quantrill wide goes to 2-1.
Does any team at around the All-Star break or after ever get healthy?
Not full strength. I mean, show me the example of who has in recent years. I'll be shocked. There's a bunt, third base side, perfectly placed. On a 2-1 pitch, Lamont Wade Jr. bunts his way on. And the Astros have the first 2 men aboard in the second inning.
Perfect bunt, and the game is changing. Not seeing this a lot, but we saw the Rangers sacrifice yesterday, and it leads to the walk-off win in the 9th. We're seeing more guys try to bunt for hits in baseball. And you just wonder how much you can shift like that if you have guys that can bunt.
Yeah, a little more athletic style of play in recent years, kind of creeping its way back in. Cam Smith now right fielder. I expect him to be swinging for power, as this one is dealt low for a ball. 11 home runs this year for Smith. Average though just 220. And that's fouled away, 1-1. Well, last inning kind of campaigned for a double play. Grounder for Quantrill, as you pointed out. Not exactly a, he's not a dominant ground ball pitcher. He gets more fly balls. So we got a fly ball double play.
Yeah.
Which was a really good response on his part. That's how the inning ended.
And sometimes things don't set up as perfectly as you think when it comes to numbers. So far this year, Quantrill's best pitch is sinker, which you would think is a big ground ball pitch.
Historically, certainly that's the way those work. The 2-1. That's low. He has fallen behind quite a bit in some of these early at bats. There you have Altuve and Lamont Wade Jr. Double play depth on the infield regardless. Here's the pitch, and that is down the third baseline, foul.
Sounded like Smith's going to need a new bat.
I remember, must have been close to 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, when bats had just gotten to the point where Major League Baseball started collecting every broken bat. And they started doing studies on them, and they worked with bat manufacturers and whatnot. And they're like, we've got to fix the problem, because bats are breaking too often. And I feel like things, kind of got back to normal there for a bit. This year seems like a broken bat season. Just tons of bad lumber.
But at least like the bat head isn't slinging towards the pitcher.
That's true. There's a little flare, first base side, foul ground, and a playable ball for Berger. One away. That's a good gift out right there.
Yeah, full count here. Berger playing towards second base side. Nice little sprint. Last few steps easy and makes the catch, and everybody got out of his way. No interference.
2-0 Rangers lead. There's Yainer Diaz, 242 hitter, 5 home runs. And he pulls that one wide of third base. So Rangers Astros, Silver Boot Series. An in-state rivalry, and this has become one of the really good rivalries in baseball. Helps all the success in Houston in recent years. Astros getting good again. Chopper third base. Young steps on the bag, gets an out, throws to first, but not in time. With Diaz running, it was not out of the question, but that was a slow bouncer to third. 2 gone.
Young did a nice job here of slowing up and making sure to catch this on a good hop, as he stopped right there to make sure it was an easier hop. It eliminated the possibility of a double play, but you didn't want to get too aggressive and then miss the ball completely, and it leads to an extra base hit and a run for the Astros.
So 2 gone, and now the 9th place hitter, Bryce Matthews. Matthews right at that Mendoza line for the year. Quantrill very high. Ball 1. It's a pretty good play back behind the plate again, that time by Higashioka to get up and bring that ball down. Fouled away. We saw a couple of plays last night late in the ball game. Higgy caught the game yesterday, but was lifted for a pinch hitter late. Yainer Diaz caught the 9th inning, and Elias Diaz made some incredible plays on balls that very nearly got away to the backstop. 1-1. And that's downstairs. I was talking to some of the guys today about it. Langford responded when I asked him about those plays. He's like, yeah, I told the guys after the game, like, that was a play of the game. Those catches that Diaz was making back there. Oh, that one in and just caught a sliver of the bat. Matthews fouls that away. It's 2-2.
Langford would know, as a high school prospect, he was a catcher. His first year at Florida, he was a catcher and transitioned to outfield that freshman year.
So he'd have an appreciation for that. We talked about the fact that he started on one knee, right? Diaz to leap up and make those catches, just phenomenal. 2-2. A little slow tapper third base. Young has time, throws out Matthews, and the inning is over. And that's 2 scoreless for Cal Quantrill. The right-hander making an important start tonight for the Rangers. Opening game in this Lone Star series. He's given them 2 scoreless so far.
Champion Penta throwing t-shirts into the stands on this Friday night. Get to our Choctaw Casinos and Resorts game within the game. Starting pitcher since June 26th. The MLB rank for the Astros, not good. A lot of high numbers there, and 18 home runs allowed, most in Major League Baseball. It's since June 26th, but then we showed since May 29th, 20 and 17. So I guess their hitting has been pretty good during that run.
Their hitting has been really good. Brown goes to work in this second inning. Evan Carter, Nicky Lopez, Kyle Higashioka. Carter and Lopez both hitting from the left side. 182 average for Evan, and he takes a strike. Rangers have seen a decent amount of Brown over the years, and he's been good. He made his Major League debut against the Rangers, and he puts that one right on the corner. Strike 2. Carter is 3 for 6 against him, so not a ton of opportunity, but he has done a nice job when he has faced him.
So you're saying he might have zero fear, like Penta.
Yes.
In the ring.
Yeah. Yes, that's what he says. This one is outside.
He says it in Spanish.
Are you so you're familiar with Penta?
He's fan? He's big time. Yeah.
You said he was an intercontinental
champion?
Champion.
Yeah, he has the belt right now.
Okay. It's downstairs, and he held up. So Carter with a walk. Rangers have the lead man on, and he has speed.
Yeah, if you don't follow wrestling, very popular wrestling.
Okay. I don't, maybe it's obvious. I don't follow it very closely.
Here, look how easy he makes this. By the way, he takes one hand off. It's a one-handed twirl.
Yeah, Jared put up a pretty good fight there, too. Pitch to Lopez. This is low and in. There was an old all-star catcher with the Giants back in the day, Dick Dietz. And he was known for a similar move. He would call that an airplane spin. That is an airplane spin.
Okay.
But then his nickname was the Mule, and Dick Dietz would give you the airplane spin with a mule kick. And he was a manager of a minor league team I worked for a long time, and super good man. Runner going, pitches high, throw down to second, a pretty good one, and Carter is out. Well, he went in hard to second base, and my concern was, even if he did beat the throw or the tag somehow, could he hold the bag?
Yeah, he doesn't get a good jump. Obviously, Carter has great speed, but bad jump, and then might have given himself a carpet burn there with his hand. Hopefully these fingers are going to be okay.
Incredible camera work right there to get that interaction with the hand and the bag. So Carter retired. 3-0 to Nicky Lopez. Anyway, I asked Dick over the years about this move and met some of his friends from his playing days. 3-1, and they would regale me with more stories and lore of the airplane spin with mule kick. And one day Dick just decided he'd go ahead and show me. Here's a 3-1, and that is strike two. Now Dick was a big man, and he was not still real young and agile, but I'm telling you, he picked me up like I was a wet towel on the bathroom floor. Spun me around and probably threw me a good 10 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Could he still kick like a mule?
Here's a swing and a line drive out to left field, and that is down base hit. Nicky Lopez barreling into second. He just mule kicked that into the corner for a double.
Man, what a great pickup. I know I've said that a lot, but I can't say it enough. Nicky Lopez, the baseball player, a winner, taking the ball the other way, doing whatever you need to help win a baseball game.
Well, it makes that caught stealing a big play earlier in the inning. There he is out in scoring position now for Kyle Higashioka. Rangers have had some pretty good at-bats so far today against Brown. Very encouraging. Higgy's playing time's been a little more sporadic, but when he has been in there, the spots have been chosen well. He has produced. Chance to drive on a big run right here. And he'll flare that one over to the right side out of play. One and one. We're talking about Brown earlier in the time he missed with that shoulder injury. Strain. He made 2 starts, missed 2 months, came back. He's made 4 starts since the injury. 1-2 the count on Higgy. Well, I mean, the 2 starts he had before he got hurt, the numbers were great. Then he came back, and the first 3 starts coming back from the injury were great. But his last start against Tampa, not good. 4 innings, gave up 7 runs on 6 hits. Oh, and he gets strike 3 called on Higashioka. 2 down.
Well, this ball breaks right at the end to catch the top of the zone.
It's got to be the toughest thing about ABS for these hitters, is that vulnerability up there.
Especially, first of all, pitchers aren't usually trying to throw curveballs at the top of the zone.
No. Jock Peterson goes after the first pitch, pops it straight up in the air near second base. Altuve wants it, so does Pena. Pena's taller.
Who is it?
And he is done. Rangers leave a man. We've played 2 innings. Rangers with a lead. And there's an airplane spin. No mule kick. Not on our Jared, please.
Control today so far. Skip Schumacher telling us ahead of this, I guess it'll be 4th start for Cal this season, that he's expecting about 80 pitches for Cal. We'll see how many innings that gets him through, but you think about last time he went 66 pitches, that got him through 5. If he can go 6 tonight, that would be huge, especially considering the news about Jacob deGrom come Sunday.
Yeah, with Cal Quantrill and the All-Star break coming up, it'll be interesting what the Rangers do coming out of the break and how they put their rotation together.
I think it will be, but it'll also be very interesting to see what they do in the remainder of this series.
Yeah.
There's some questions yet. There's the first pitch here, grounded shortstop, long throw to Duran. How about that strong arm? Whew. Gets Pena by a step and a half. One away.
Man, the footwork here, the glove work, and then the best part, the arm. Hit 100, maybe thrown 100 across the diamond.
That is pretty peg right there from Duran. Here's Jordan Alvarez. Went after the first pitch last time. This time watches up and away.
Dave, you talked about tonight's game with Quantrill is most likely Latz can't pitch.
Yep.
There's a good chance that Gray can't pitch. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully the Rangers do have the lead in how Skip uses the back end of his bullpen tonight.
1-1 here to Alvarez. Well, much will depend on what happens in these intervening innings. 1-1, and Alvarez fouls it back. So Quantrill going after him with a fastball. But this is the guy. Got to be extra careful. It is nice to see him coming up with nobody on base. He's second in the league in batting average at .310. Leads the league in homers and RBIs. And it'll watch that off the plate.
You know, we talk about sometimes the Rangers with quiet takes, good takes. Boy, that was for a ball just off the plate. He never flinched.
In a 2-strike count. Quantrill's 2-2, and that is hit sharply right past second. And that almost took Nicky Lopez into right field. 105 miles per hour off the bat. Alvarez is aboard.
Yeah, with top spin too.
Yeah, it left the bat at 104. It entered right field at like 110. Picked up speed once it hit. So Alvarez on for Paredes, and he'll take down the middle for strike one. Itzhak Paredes, he walked in the first inning. He's got pull power, Paredes. That's what he looks to do, boy.
He hurt the Rangers that last series, if I recall.
I feel like he's hurt the Rangers in the last couple of series. He finds a way not just to hit the occasional home run, but so many times they're in big spots, maybe late in games. I'll take outside 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, Jordan Alvarez is not interested in getting much of a lead at first, which is good. Probably he's a base to base runner.
That is, it's hard to call that a lead, really. 1-2 pitch. That one misses.
He can literally just turn his back to Cal Quantrill by taking his right foot and then stepping on the base. He is one step off the base.
It's just, yeah, it's like a good post move, just a reverse pivot. Right, yeah. You're right on it.
Right, like, I mean, he just takes that right foot and he can just put it right on the base.
Yeah. Two, and Paredes in the air out to right field. Nimmo angling toward the line. 2 away. Christian Walker will head to the plate, and we'll squeeze down into a tiny box here for Standard Insurance.
Know the feeling of excitement when you find unexpected money in your pocket, purse, or car? Standard can reproduce that excitement, not just for a couple of bucks, but hundreds and possibly thousands.
Call Standard today.
2 out. Here is Walker. He hit into that, well, rare double play. in the first inning. It's not the most unheard of, but you don't see a ton of those fly ball double plays. And the guy thrown out at second base because he just went too far. It was Paredes who had wandered off the base too far. Pardon me, not Paredes, Pena. Alvarez, the man with the next to no lead over at first base. Quantrill disengages with a rubber. It's not a throw over to first base, but it is a disengagement.
If it was a left-handed hitter, I don't think Berger would hold him on.
Here's a comebacker, and Quantrill has it easily. They'll run it at least halfway and then underhand it to first. Walker retired, 3 scoreless innings. Well, they're watching all over the state. I don't know about Big Bend, but this is a rivalry for the state of Texas here tonight. Rangers up 2-0. This end is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. And by your North Texas Chevy dealers. Chevy drives Texas. City Connect Friday night here at Globe Life Field. Rangers wearing these brand new City Connects. The Reds are back, and it's a 2-0 Rangers lead. In the last of the third inning, Wyatt Langford leading it off. He'll take ball 1 from Brown. Brown still, as we work into this third inning, has thrown more balls than he has strikes. So a little shaky out of the chute here tonight. Yeah, that's tight. Almost got Langford. 2-0.
Glad Langford pulled his hands out of the way. I get he might have got to first base, but don't need Wyatt Langford taking a hit by pitch on that wrist area.
2-0. And he fouls that back. And we just got him back yesterday. Langford, all he did in yesterday's game was deliver the game-winning hit in the bottom of the 9th inning. And as Skip Schumacher said before the ball game today, he's like, you don't win that game without Wyatt Langford. And had that gone extras, I don't know, the Rangers very well may have lost that game. That one runs inside, 3-1. So that was just a massive hit for Langford and the Rangers yesterday. Brings a .275 average into play tonight. Brown's 3-1. Yeah, that's very high. Ball 4, a lead man on in the bottom of the third.
You already have 2 on the board. It's only the third inning, but man, you can see Hunter Brown talking to himself in frustration. You would love to take advantage of a good pitcher who doesn't have good command tonight.
And the earlier the better. Young the hitter, and he takes inside. Boy, Josh has really looked locked in here recently. Had the base hit in the first inning. 5 for 12 on the homestand. And hits that on the ground up the middle. Pena underhands to second for 1 out. On to first in time for the double play.
Well, Taylor made here. Right to Pena, and this time Altuve gets a good grip on it and throws it to first.
So the bases are empty now for Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo, who ripped that double in the first inning, got the first run to the plate tonight. Rangers 2 runs, 3 hits off Brown. There's the Astros, no runs on 4 hits against Quantrill. There's a strike. 0-1 to Nimmo. Inside, 1-1. Brandon recently missed a little time with injury. Recently back with the team. He's had a home run on this homestand, driven in 3 runs. He takes a strike. Brown looking for his second strikeout of the night. Is 1-2. And that is right in there. Strike 3 called. So Nemo goes down looking. Rangers go quietly in the third. And through 3 innings tonight, Rangers leading it 2-0.
Special first pitch tonight from one Painta, the luchador, who's actually at his first ever baseball game. And there's Alejandro Osuna catching it. Guys, Alejandro Osuna, a huge Painta fan. He told me that in the clubhouse before the game. Well, now, Painta, guess what? A huge Rangers fan because he, yes, of course, as we all do, loves Alejandro Osuna as well.
I thought that was really cool. They're buddies now.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Caught the first pitch. I'll tell you what, for Penta saying he's never been to a baseball game, that was a great first pitch throw.
There's a bunt by Altuve and kicks foul, or he kicked it foul. I don't know. Not sure what happened there. Kind of a weird transaction at one point there, but it's 0-2 on Altuve.
Yeah, I was interested in the first pitch, and Alejandro Osuna, I guess, catching from his favorite wrestler, luchador, but that was from behind the rubber and a good line drive throw.
There's a swing and a miss. Altuve strikes out, 1 away in the 4th inning. Yeah, I'm with you. You don't always anticipate good throws from guys.
That splitter has that in-between split finger and fork ball spin. I won't say it was fork, but it was closer to fork than split.
I want you to be very careful as you continue to explain that. Quantrill shoot for the outside corner, just missed. Because I'm familiar with a near fork, referred to as a spork.
Okay.
Right. We've all had those at the picnics. Kind of an efficient tool at a picnic because you can, it does both.
You could save money on your silverware, and if they make them in silver.
If they don't, it's an opportunity missed by somebody. That's high. 2-1. In fact, I thought earlier about the sport today when you were cramming that egg salad in your face. Record pace for today's game.
I was a little bit late eating.
Okay. It's in there for a strike. 2-2 to Wade Jr.
At least it was an egg salad. That's good. Usually it's corn dogs that I'm eating.
That's true. That's true. I just get a little gun shy when I see you enjoying that quantity of eggs. 2-2 pitch. It's a little bit high. And we're hoping for the best up here tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm full of protein. I'm gonna mule kick you.
I wouldn't blame you. Wade, you remember, bunted his way on last time, fouls this one back. It's a full count. It's a good bunt by Wade in the 2nd inning. The Rangers, I noticed in this at bat, they played him very similarly. They pull Young way off the line and he goes deep. But Wade this time up there hacking. Now 3-2. Of course, he'll continue to hack. The pitch on the way, and he'll shoot it down the left side. That one's slicing foul.
Well, the way Wade Jr. holds his hands, it's not exactly like this, but it goes back to when I first fell in love with baseball. A little bit of Pete O'Brien, the way he holds his hands out over home plate.
Oh, yeah, look at that. 3-2 pitch, and he hits that out to center field. Carter has it measured, and there are 2 gone. Yeah, Pete O'Brien, and now in today's game, Matt Olson.
Yeah.
Does that from the left side with Atlanta. Boy, he's been swinging a great bat. What a first half he's had. 2 away. Here's Cam Smith.
Concentrating on the silver boot, but the Rangers will have their hands full right after the All-Star break.
Going to Atlanta for 3 games. First pitch strike here to Smith. Smith popped out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. 2-0 Rangers on top. And Smith lifts it right side again. This one will be in fair territory. Everybody converging, and it is Nimmo who makes the catch and then has a laugh with Nicky Lopez. All right, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
All 3 converge. Prop up priority. Outfield has the priority. Nicky, take it all the way for me. We're all right. Another 0 on the board for Cal Quantrill. TXU Energy rivalry flashback. We go back to Astros versus Rangers on May 15th of last year. Jake Burger provides all the offense. It's a solo home run. It was a leadoff home run in the 6th inning. Rangers 1-0 win. Rangers up 2-0. Jake Burger leading off an inning against Hunter Brown.
Let's see what you're doing over there.
Hunter Brown doesn't seem to want to get on the mound after that flashback.
Yeah, maybe he's having a different kind of flashback. Berger, Duran, and Carter. And there's a swing and a broken bat pop up. Not quite the same outcome for Berger. Fouls out for the first out of the inning.
Was just a few inches away from the top hand there. That bat's gone. And that ball probably not going to look too good on the exit velo. Almost 35 miles an hour.
You can almost do better hitting it with your shoulder blade.
We got 10 miles an hour yesterday on a hit by pitch.
That's amazing. Absolutely the first time I've ever been directed to the exit velocity on a hit by pitch. It's a good eye on your part. As Brown comes inside here to Duran.
You know, Berger's going to have 2 or 3 more at bats tonight, but you know, you get your first at bat in the 1st inning and you wait around and you get in the 4th inning and you're ready to go and you're like, man, all that waiting around and that's what happened.
Yeah. One pitch, you get jammed, a little pop up.
That's really the tough part about baseball is now you have to erase it, but kind of also sit on it and wait until your next at bat.
2-0 to Duran right in there. Well, Zeke grounded out in the 1st inning. His final 3 games before the All-Star break. Chance for him to put a finishing touch on what has been a really good first half. 735 OPS coming into today's game. For a little bit of power. 3-1 from Brown, and that is a high strike. Full count.
This one, I think, catches the top of the zone. Is really close and just above it.
The 3-2 pitch, and Zeke holds off here. That's ball 4. Another free base runner, and we have a moment now for Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Joe Espada is asking if that ball was fouled and if there should be a review. So the crew gets together to meet about this. He came flying out of that dugout.
Well, Hunter Brown was arguing pretty hard, and he was also protecting his pitcher too.
Can I just say too, the way that Zeke reacted makes me wonder if they might have an argument.
Is this not reviewable, or did they not get it in enough time?
Well, fair foul is only reviewable in the outfield, right? I mean, that's, you can't argue a foul ball on the infield, or you can't challenge it.
Okay.
And it strikes me as a foul ball on the infield, right? So I don't think you can.
Oh, it did. It hit the knob. It hit the knob because it went back towards home plate.
Well, Spada was all over it, but it is the 4th walk for Brown today. And quick toss over there. They'll chase Duran back. Let's take a look again. See if you can see the ball change direction or spin. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough there for me to, even if it was reviewable, to say that I'd overturn it.
I'm with you on that one look. It did look like it had a little bit of a dart to the left side there.
And I'm asking you as if you know.
Okay.
Was that the same look we just saw in the previous replay?
I'm pretty sure.
It's interesting because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, that hit the knob. At that time I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know, maybe not. That's high. 1-1. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Third time, Mike. Kind of. I think I might have seen it again. It's like one of those pictures where you're supposed to stare at it and then.
Yeah, it's not obvious, I'll say that.
Yeah.
It is registered as a slider, so your slider is supposed to move a little bit towards the first base side.
Well, that's a pretty cheeky argument.
Yeah.
Well, it was a slider. 2-1.
Oh, no.
Sneaks that one in the back door. Curveball.
That one had to be outside. Yeah, by a good margin. When I say that, like an inch and a half.
Yeah. In baseball terms. 2-2. Runner goes. Pitch is up. Throw down to second. That goes through into center field. Duran stays at second base with a steal, his 7th of the year. Rangers with some pretty wild slides into second tonight.
Yeah, I'm not even sure Zeke touched the base on his slide. He didn't. That's why he had to go back. He wasn't sure if Pena had the ball or not. He slides feet around the base. And he is like, I got to get there before Pena. Pena's like, I don't have the ball.
I want to check that GPS. Get that fixed. 3-2, and that is up the middle. And Duran holds him up just long enough that the throw's late. Carter beats it out. At least that's the call on the field. Duran had Pena locked up just enough there as Espada challenges that one, and with a little disgust. And I do think that they may have beaten.
Houston is challenging the safe call at first base.
They may have beaten Evan Carter with the throw.
From that angle, you would have to overturn it. I would say he's out. Yeah, they're going to overturn it.
He's going to be out.
It's tough to get thrown out after replay reviews, but if they don't overturn this, Zeke almost got Carter a base hit. Then I think Espada will get thrown out after a review.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Houston will retain their challenge.
Well, I think it's the right call. It's a shame because it would have really been interesting to see how Espada would have reacted. Duran stays at second, 2 outs. And we'll see if Nicky Lopez can produce the big hit here. We'll take low, ball 1.
The most impressive thing in this game so far is Hunter Brown has thrown 3 more balls than strikes and only given up 2 runs. That's tough to do through 4 innings, to throw more balls than strikes and not have the game blow up on you.
Outside with that, 2-0. Would you, a term we use from time to time, effectively wild, does that apply here, or is he just?
I don't think he's effectively wild, because it would be like then the Rangers are kind of like backing off and nervous even when he throws strikes.
And they're taking bad swings at bad pitches, which they're not really doing.
Right. He's just making a good pitch or good enough pitches behind in the count or in big situations. Gets the double play last inning. Here he's worked back to a 2-1 count, but he has made the pitch that he's needed to get out of innings.
I think a fair question at some point here will be just how far they want to push him again, coming back off missing 2 months for a shoulder strain, and these are a lot of stressful and not so great pitches early on. He's low with that. It's 3-1. Another 3-ball count. That is the 7th 3-ball count already now for Brown. See what Nicky does with that one. He doesn't get a chance, really. That one's so far off the plate. Another walk, 5th walk for Brown. We've seen this before, though, on this homestand. Guys getting away with a lot of walks.
It was Urania, right, in the game the other day. He only went 4 innings because of his lack of command, but 4 shutout innings with 5 walks. It might have been
5 walks. Yeah. This is a career high in walks for Brown. Ties a career high. He's done it now 3 times. Where he's walked 5 batters in a ball game. Higashioka with a chance, and he swings and misses at strike 1. 2 men out there, but 2 out in the inning. Oh, and 2 the count. So Brown trying to do it again and wiggle out of a pretty tricky spot here.
He does look frustrated, though, doesn't he? Kind of pitching with a little bit of anger right now.
These bats right now, a bat like Higashioka is so critical in these games. 21st pitch of the inning, fouled away. You think about the bottom of the order in today's game when you have lineups like so many of these teams have, and the Rangers definitely this way. That bottom of the lineup, their job is to set up those hitters at the top. And this is where Higgy can do it, right? If he can reach or just extend this inning, well, then you get a chance for your big RBI guys to get up and do damage. If he doesn't do it, then you start the inning fresh with the top of the lineup. 0-2. And that's in the air right field. Smith is right there, though, and he makes the catch, and the Rangers leave a couple. We are through 4 innings so far here tonight at Globe Life Field. Got a good one going. Rangers up 2-0. Game day poll presented by U.S. Aviation Academy. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit the website now. Let us know what you think. Who do you consider to be the greatest hitter in Texas Rangers history?
My vote would go to Juan Gonzalez.
Interesting.
That's Pudge's
A vote for Pudge. AB, that's a pretty good one. You go Josh Hamilton.
Michael Young.
Michael Young. And Steve Hunt weighing in to my left with an Al Oliver. And that's a sneaky good pick right there. He had some really good seasons in a Rangers uniform. Yainer Diaz leading it off here for Houston, and he'll hit one up the middle. Lopez waits on it and throws out the Astros catcher, one away. So Quantrill has turned back 6 straight now. And 10 of the last 11, so he's kind of settled into a bit of a groove. Bryce Matthews 0 for 1. He shows bunt, but pulls back.
I guess that's not a bunt attempt because he pulled back, but that's the 3rd guy for the Astros who squared around tonight.
Yeah. Get the sense that he was really serious. That one is low. But I'm not sure I understand the point of it, that exercise.
I'm not.
Why are you squaring and taking a pitch like that?
The only thing that I can think of is that you want to pull the 3rd baseman in more.
Bouncer at 3rd base, and he did perfectly. Right to Young, throws him out. Good thing he was nice and close in time to throw out Matthews.
Nice play on the hot corner. Gets up quickly and makes a nice throw to Jake Berger. He's playing behind the base, so had enough time to make the play and get up and throw it. But sometimes you're trying to draw those corners in.
Quantrill goes to work now on Jeremy Pena.
But I'm with you. I'd rather time it. If I'm going to take, I'd rather time it than fake bunt.
Yeah. I'm with you. 2-0 on Pena. Quantrill, 62 pitches. Hard ground ball up the middle. Duran to his left. Throws out Pena. Another 1-2-3 inning. Quantrill in cruise mode here tonight. Boy, Rangers needed a big start from the Canadian right-hander. Has he given them a good one so far? 5 shutout from Quantrill. Rangers up 2-0. Rangers baseball on RSN is brought to you by your Dallas-Fort Worth Audi dealers and by Kroger, fresh for everyone. Rangers with an early 2-0 lead. Opening game of this 3-game series, the Silver Boot Series. It's fun. Top of the order coming here for the Rangers. Brown is just been flirting with danger all night long, but has managed to dodge bullet after bullet. Strike pitch to Peterson, and that is up. 1-1. Well, that said, bodies stirring in the Houston bullpen. Nobody throwing yet, but you can just get the sense that they're anticipating a need here soon. Peterson with a challenge here. An ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. The computer says it's a strike. Well, you know, if the computer says it might.
Well,
no argument.
We had one the other day. There was a junior who then had a dad with a different name, which was wrong. But the computer told me.
Yeah. Computers can lead you astray.
Sammy's dad was Gary.
Even though he was a junior. Didn't make any sense. Turns out I was wrong. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Peterson. And Brown now off the plate. A lot of the misses today, and there have been plenty of them for Brown. Just not that competitive. Here comes a 2-2. And Jock hits it hard. Deep out to right. That one is gone. A missile from Jock Peterson. 15th home run of the year. Rangers have a 3-0 lead.
This was a rocket from Jock, and he gets a two-seamer right down the middle. And this is a no-doubter. Start the music early, and then Jock Peterson almost ran into the Rangers dugout to start his home run jog.
Put in the bat rack before you get to first.
He's wearing some of the Ricky Henderson colors right there, and had a little Ricky in him on that home run trot.
Good. Big home run. Rangers have been leaning on the home run here lately.
I think he's making fun of his challenge there, too.
It's okay. You can laugh about it now. Oh, and 2 on Langford.
Those are tough to catch as a fan when they're coming in that hot.
Come on. Balls 2 strikes on Langford, and that one crowds him a little bit.
I can't imagine the way Brown's throwing. You've mentioned it, coming back from the injury with this 5th start after the injury, that at 83 pitches here, they'd want him to go much further than this inning.
I'm with you. He strikes out Langford 1 away. I would think concerns about his well-being would supersede, I don't know, whatever concerns you might have about the depth of your bullpen, that kind of thing. You can always make a move the next couple of days if you have to. They have experienced all kinds of trouble on the pitching side this year in Houston. That's fouled away. As a staff, Houston came in with a 4.79 ERA. That was the 4th worst in baseball. The starters' ERA was 5.29, 2nd worst in baseball. And you could argue, well, it was an historically bad start, and you would be right. They were awful to begin the year. That's a strike. 0-2. They've gotten better, and even still, as they've gotten better, we put the graphic up earlier tonight. You can take like the last month, basically, and they're still right at the very bottom of baseball, just isolating that period.
How much is it, though, they're hanging around? I know they're still below 500. They've been winning for a decade as an organization. Last year they started off really bad and then came on strong enough to almost make the playoffs. But they're just, even if something isn't right, the pitching staff isn't right, that they just figure out a way how to hang around.
They do figure out a way. 0-2, and that's fouled. The fighters, they've got some winners. Obviously, guys like Jose Altuve, who's been right at the heart of everything for them during this run. He's the guy around which it's all been built, really.
Yeah. They're trying to build their pitching staff around this guy Brown.
0-2, and he strikes out Young. 2 away. Well, and he's a good guy, Brown, to build around. Last year, as an example, he did finish 3rd in the American League Cy Young Award voting. And because of that, by the way, the Astros do get a compensation pick immediately after the first round this year, thanks to that recent change in the last collective bargaining agreement, where they started rewarding teams for promoting young prospects early and those guys having success if they won Rookie of the Year or finished a certain place in Cy Young Award voting, those kinds of things, you'd get compensation picks. Here's a hard one hopper. Second base, Nimmo thrown out, and the inning is over. But the Rangers out a run. Jock Peterson this time, he battled. Finally got a pitch he could drive, and he did. A line shot for his 15th of the year. It's 3-0 Rangers.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud. We look at Cal Quantrill's outs through 5 innings. He has 7 ground ball outs, 6 fly ball outs, and 1 strikeout. Remember, the double play in the first inning was on a fly ball, so that's why you only see 14 outs on pitches. He's in the 6th percentile, which is very low for ground ball outs in the big leagues, but 7 ground ball outs through 5 innings tonight.
Well, he's got something working. That sport ball. Maybe that's what's doing it. That's high to Yordan Alvarez. Boy, what a luxury again. Yordan Alvarez leading off an inning.
Yeah, as you get deeper into this game, the second half of the game after 5 innings, you don't want to see him up with a chance to tie or take the lead.
The more times you get him to the plate with nobody on base, better chance you have of outscoring the Houston Astros, because he is, to say he's the heart and soul of their offense would be to undersell it just a touch. 2-2 count.
Quantrill has beat him a few times with that heater.
Alvarez asked for time. He did get a base hit his last time up. 1 of 4 hits off Quantrill today. Here's a 2-2. And that's a swing and a high drive. Deep out to right. Good night, Nurse. Holy mackerel. Yordan Alvarez, his 30th home run of the year. And that went over 450 feet. 200th career home run for right now maybe the premier power hitter in the game.
Well, this is a breaking ball that gets right into the happy zone for Yordan Alvarez. And I'll tell you what, Dave, where this lands the row, that might be, for me, in right field, the furthest I've seen a ball hit.
I can't really recall in this ballpark the ball going farther than that. Man alive, that was a shot. Now you only get 1 run for it, even though you could chop that up into about 5 doubles. It's just something else. 3-1 the score. And Paredes fouls that one away. Rangers trying to get 6 innings out of Quantrill today. And he has more than produced tonight to the upside. I mean, this has been a fabulous outing despite that impressive home run. 3-1 the count. Now that said, can't let that home run shake him to the point where he puts Paredes on for free and is suddenly dealing with the tying run.
A little bit different, but yesterday Evaldi 6 innings, and then the 7th inning couldn't record an out.
I pop up down the left field line, and Duran gets out there and makes it clear that he'll handle it, and he does for the first out of the inning.
Good job behind in the count, getting bad contact and using your defense. And the bullpen, probably here pretty soon, is going to get a chance to do better than they did yesterday.
Peoples and Alstrom both have been throwing out there. Both look like they're pretty much ready to go. Walker fouls off strike one. That home run by Alvarez a moment ago, 455 feet, as we mentioned. Second longest home run this year by an Astro. He does not have the longest.
Is it Walker?
Cam Smith.
Wow.
Hit one at Coors Field, for what that's worth. This one is in the air left field. That's well struck, but Langford has space out there to make the catch. 2 away. Gave you a little pause off the bat. Anyway, Cam Smith, back in April, hit one 462 feet at Coors Field.
Okay.
That's a pretty big shot.
That is. There's a lot of talent or potential in Cam Smith. Yordan Alvarez, he's reached his.
We have to hope that that's the case, right? That there's not a second gear or another gear in there. Here's Altuve, greeted by his normal chorus of boos in this ballpark. Imagine at this point he hardly even hears those anymore.
It's everywhere, right? It's
right. I don't think it registers with him in the way it might have a long time ago. Fouls that one off the face mask of our plate umpire today, Quinn Walcott.
Looks like he's going to be okay. Not going to need a medicine man.
Yeah, it's good. Shake it off, right? 1-1 to Altuve. Quantrill, this is a little high.
Has he been doing that this year and I'm just not remembering? Quantrill's dropped down a couple times and changed his arm angle. And I'm just wondering, as a starting pitcher throwing pitch 78, he got a fly ball out on a sidearm pitch. That was a sidearm pitch. That's more over the top.
High fly, center field, and that'll be playable for Evan Carter. So he responds well after the home run. Gets Paredes, Walker, and Altuve to fly out. Quantrill through 6 innings has allowed 1 run, and the Rangers lead it 3-1.
Cal Quantrill getting the handshakes first from Skip Schumacher and the rest of the team. 6 innings of work and only 1 solo shot against. This Silver Boot Series, presented by TXU Energy, continues all weekend long. Get your tickets at Rangers.com. This is always one of the most fun series to come out to.
It is.
And you get air conditioning.
Yeah, this time of year, looking for a little something to do, have some fun, maybe in comfort, because there are very few things you can do outside right now in comfort. This is such a great option. Well, looking forward to tomorrow night. Game 2 of the series, Sunday afternoon, and then it's the All-Star break. So come out and join us. Rangers.com for your tickets. Quantrill, 6 outstanding innings. See if the Rangers can do any more damage here to Brown. A little tapper back to the mound. Nice play made by the right-hander, and he throws out Berger. 1 away. And time now for a message from Smart Arlington and DEA Dallas.
Fentanyl is the deadliest street drug found in our country today. The risk is real. Don't strike out. 1 pill can kill.
Might be making a call to his agent after the game, asking for a dozen baseball bats. Had a few broken here.
Yeah, it's a lot of collateral damage today to equipment as a bouncer to the shortstop, Duran, gunned down, and so Brown, a couple of quick outs. He's hung in there, really. I mean, he's not going to tell you it's his best game of the year. And I don't know that his stuff has been particularly good. His command has been awful. And yet, even, as a young pitcher, 27 years old, still relatively young in his big league career, I mean, he's made it work. He's given his team a chance tonight.
I don't know what Hunter Brown's going to say about his game, but this is what makes stars on the mound stars, is when they're like, I had very little command. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. And at the end of the game, you're possibly going to give your team 18 outs and only 3 runs against, and you felt horrible out there.
It's a quality start.
Yeah.
1-1 to Evan Carter. 3 runs, only 4 hits. In fact, Houston has out-hit the Rangers 5-4 to this point. 5 walks, though. That's an unusual way to go about your business. 2-1 to Evan. So many deep, long counts. Chris Martin getting ready in the Rangers bullpen. There's a strike, 2-2. Carter walked, was caught stealing second base. Otherwise, Mike well had scored in that second inning. 2-2, and he hits it on the ground down to first base. Walker pretty sure handed down there, and he'll take care of everything by himself. Completes a 1-2-3 inning for Brown, and that is pretty amazing work by Brown to get his team through 6 innings in a 3-1 game.
Baylor Scott and White health game diagnosis. Cal Quantrill pitches a gem tonight for the Rangers. He gets the fly ball double play in the first inning and cruised most of the way, giving up 4 singles and 1 solo shot, using his defense. 1 strikeout on the night. It's an outstanding performance from Cal Quantrill, filling into this rotation.
Boy, has he stepped into some big spots this year and giving the Rangers some key innings. Now, Chris Martin in the 7th inning, a Standard Insurance call to the bullpen, his 15th appearance this year, and the right-hander is upstairs with ball 1. He's got Wade, Smith, and Diaz. Martin's 1-0. He's off the plate. Normally a command merchant. Martin, a guy who throws a lot of strikes and challenges hitters. To Witt, that's a strike right there. This is his 3rd appearance since coming back off the injured list. That shoulder impingement in his right shoulder. Wade bloops it over third, and that drops in, base hit into left field.
How important was the bunt base hit? Because if Young is playing normal depth, this is just a little pop-up to your third baseman. So this is the importance of being able to bunt. The bunt gets him a second hit.
Bunt might have been hit harder.
But this one hit the dirt first. I mean, that would have been an easy pop-up. But when you can bunt, you get an extra free hit.
One of the little things we're seeing return to the game recently. Cam Smith takes just a little bit off the inside. 2 balls, no strikes. So Chris Martin has fallen behind both Wade and Smith now, 2-0. Here it comes, and a swing and a miss. So the bullpen has it from here tonight. Jacob Blatt's no doubt unavailable after last night's effort. So as it is a 2-run game, there's some really interesting decisions down the stretch. That is inside 3-1.
He's struggling to get the fastball into the zone. It's staying arm side.
And that's over the plate and lying down into center field. Carter makes the play, 1 out. All right, brings up Yainer Diaz.
Does that make up for it, Dave, in the game where they say, oh, you give up a soft one, maybe one? Oh, that was 107.
Right, on a line to center field. I mean, I guess, I'm sure Martin.
They even out?
They say that. They don't even out, right? There's no way they even out.
There's an analytic department. Oh, maybe look that up for us. Do they even out?
Jared? He's our go-to guy. I don't know. I mean, how do you even quantify that, though? There's a swing, and that's hit well. Down the left field line, it is gone. Yainer Diaz, a two-run homer. And that resets the game. All tied up, 3-3 in the seventh.
Well, split finger, and it hangs belt high. There really wasn't any movement on it. Diaz saw it early, and he crushes this one into the second deck. That one 415 feet.
So, Bryce Matthews takes a strike. Well, that's got a bit of a murmur going throughout the crowd now. An uneasy group here.
He just can't get that fastball to the other side of the plate right now.
That was killing him. That one missed so badly inside, nearly got Matthews. A run last inning on the home run by Alvarez. Now the two-run homer by Diaz. It is the danger of Houston, right? And when Brown kept this to a 3-1 game, I mean, the real concern has to be that this offense for Houston, I mean, they can create runs in a hurry. 2-2 the count.
Now you can't totally give up on your fastball, but I might just stick with the cutter. I'm gonna just throw that one. That one can get away. It can run away from the right-hander.
I feel like it's a little more rare, right, to see a guy who can't get that fastball over the plate and continues to leave it inside arm side. Usually they yank it the other way. 2-2.
There you go. He got that one away.
Matthews with that big breath and exhale. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Base is empty. Veteran right-handers 2-2. And that just misses. Placed that right about where he wanted. But Matthews wouldn't chase. Big payoff pitch and a swing and a fly ball, shallow center. Carter's got that great speed, though, just glides into it and makes the catch. So now Skip Schumacher makes his way out there. So Martin is done. The two-run homer by Diaz, part of his undoing. But with the lineup turning over, Skip Schumacher wants a new arm. 3-3 in the seventh inning. Well, Chris Martin's outing a tough one as he gives up that two-run homer to Yainer Diaz. So it's a 3-3 game. Houston still batting. Cole Winn comes on here.
Standard Insurance call to the bullpen. 6.32 ERA in his 34 games. Got a big out yesterday. Came in for Jacob Latz as he had ran out of pitches at 41 and got the line drive to center field to get out of a big situation, keep the game tied.
Well, his first pitch to Pena right on that inside corner for strike one. Pena today 1 for 3. And he swings and misses. And gets him to offer it to Slider. 0-2 the count. Big game. First game of this 3-game series between these two division rivals, in-state rivals. It's low. Rangers leading the division by a half game coming into play today. Astros third in the division, but just 2 games back. Here's the 1-2. And a bouncer shortstop. Duran in a couple of steps. Throws over in time. Gets Pena. The inning is over, but the 2-run homer by Diaz has tied the game. 7th inning stretch tonight in the Lone Stars series. Time for folks to stand up and for God Bless America. Here's Chuck Morgan.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and direct your attention down the third baseline and welcome back the Strikeout Kings. The Strikeout Kings will now perform God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains it rains to the prairies it goes to the oceans white with foam.
Is presented by TXU Energy. Guys, we have Justin Foscue who's going to be pinch hitting for Nicky Lopez here as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. I talked to him pregame today and I asked him just how different this season has felt for him compared to his time at the major league level last year. And he said, honestly, it is night and day. I just feel so much more confident up here. Of course, that's a result of the success that we've seen him have, especially against left-handed pitching. But he said the confidence and then the energy that I'm getting from the guys in the clubhouse, their belief in me, all of it is just kind of this snowball effect. It's led him to do really well this season at the major league level. And he said, but the thing is, Michelle, I'm a killer no matter what handed pitching I'm facing. Obviously, he's gotten way more opportunity against left-handed pitchers, but he said, I can do this against righties as well. You've just seen it against lefties so far. We'll see how much more we see of that out of him here as we get ready for the 7th.
He's ready to go, and hopefully he gets a pitch he can handle.
Stephen Okert is the new pitcher for Houston, so they go to the bullpen for the first time tonight. Okert pitching in his 45th game of the year. Good numbers all the way around for him, yielding just a 174 batting average. And he is high. 2 balls, no strikes to Justin Foscue. As Michelle points out, he is feeling different, feeling way more confident. It's been a power surge lately for him. He takes a strike. It's 2-1. Okert gets him to swing and miss, and it's 2-2. Okert's having a really nice year. He is first in the American League in WHIP among relievers, which is walks and hits per innings pitched. Currently 0.8 his number. Second in home runs per 9. And he gets a swing and a miss, strikes out Foscue, 1 away in the 7th inning.
Not an overpowering fastball, but a guy who can locate very well.
Kyle Gashioka coming up. Time for a message from Standard Insurance.
Know the feeling of excitement when you find unexpected money in your pocket, purse, or car? Standard can reproduce that excitement, not just for a couple of bucks, but hundreds and possibly thousands.
Call Standard today.
Strike one to Kyle Higashioka, 0 for 2 today. And he fouls that one off. A 3-3 ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Okert yesterday celebrated his 35th birthday. The Rangers didn't get to see him yesterday. The Astros had the day off. There's a swing and a miss. He strikes out Higashioka. 2 gone. But I think the Rangers, all things considered, while they didn't get a chance to wish him a happy birthday yesterday, I think they'd like to administer maybe a little birthday spanking today.
I'd like it, but so far it hasn't happened.
Certainly, still have a chance. It's interesting. Diaz goes out there to talk to Okert because Diaz is going to hit. It's like that Spider-Man meme.
What do you want to do with Diaz? You're right here. No, the hitter. Catcher?
Who's on first? Diaz is everywhere. So hitting for Jock Peterson. And Okert misses with ball 1. So Elias Diaz hoping to produce a big hit right here. Oh, Okert spikes that one. I mean, you could say that one hit Diaz. It's not the one that matters. Let's see. Did it hit him? Here he comes. Yep, got him right on the glove.
Might not have been far enough to get a strike in the Little League World Series.
2 outs, nobody on. Pitch from Okert. Ooh, way up and out. I don't know exactly how Joe Espada plans to use Okert, but he has at times logged some pretty lengthy relief outings.
Okay, well,
3-0.
this appearance puts him tied for 3rd in Major League Baseball.
45 appearances now, and this is basically every other game, and at times going 3 innings, 2 1/3. 3-1 pitch, and there's a swing and a high pop-up. 3rd base line, and Pena is over there to make the catch. That ends the inning. So the Rangers go quietly in the 7th. Okert continues his great 2026 season. It remains a 3-3 game.
Coverage presented by Firestone Complete Auto Care as we take a look at Dirt Jam and some hard hit balls, a strikeout of Altuve, and then some balls that were walloped. Peterson and Yordan Alvarez. Oh, I didn't know he was going to hit again tonight. I was hoping he was done.
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine that would take you by surprise. Here's first pitch to him, and he swings and misses at strike 1. So Wynn got the final out last inning. Now back out in the 8th. I have good news for you, Mike. A tie game, 8th inning. Wynn grooves that one, 0-2. Chance that maybe there's about to be a little shift in the energy in this building. Maybe momentum returning to the side of the good guys. I say that because I'm starting to see more men down the left field line with their shirts off. It's always big Here's the 1-2. And that's upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That third deck, that top deck down the left field line, has kind of become the de facto tarps off area. There's a swing, and that's hit well. Opposite field. Langford going back. He'll make the catch. That should get the fellas swinging their shirts. One away. There we go.
There they are. They know after the 7th inning stretch, that means take off the shirt, find the upper deck in left field.
Small group now. It does tend to multiply quickly. Paredes 0 for 2 with a walk, and Wynn comes right after him with that cut fastball. Strike 1. A run in the 6th, 2 in the 7th for Houston as they climb back from a 3-0 deficit. 0-2 the count.
Slider looks good tonight from Wynn. Nice and sharp at the end.
What's interesting to me is Schumacher, Jordan Teagues, they continue to show a lot of confidence in Wynn. That's high. 1-2. Again today, got the final out last inning. And they're perfectly fine bringing him out in the 8th inning of a tie game here, despite some recent bumps. Stays 1-2.
Unfortunately, after that fastball up, he had him set up in swing mode. He just didn't execute that slider. Luckily, no damage was done, just a foul ball.
Here it comes. And another foul. That time the fastball. Working with some tempo. Little tapper, shortstop. Duran waits a beat, throws out Paredes. 2 up, 2 down. Now Christian Walker.
This is a man that you need to make good pitches down and away. He is looking to pull the ball right here and take the lead.
Well, he'll take strike 1. Walker in the 2nd year of a 3-year deal with Houston lines that out to left field. Langford is there. He makes the catch. A 1-2-3 8th inning. Nicely done by Wynn. Langford made the catch. He'll lead it off in the bottom of the 8th inning in a tie game.
Wyatt Langford playing hero last night. Here he is walking it off for the Rangers, for them to beat the Angels last night. He said afterwards, look, I just love to play baseball. That's why I do it, to be able to be out there and to help the team win. Obviously, we were in a tough game last night. We had one bad inning, but then we were able to come back and pull that out. That was super huge for the team last night. Let's hope that he can play hero 2 nights in a row as he gets ready to lead off the bottom of the 8th, guys.
Thanks, Michelle. And Wyatt Langford, let's do it the old-fashioned way and take the lead and then close it out.
Yeah, I like that. That's kind of the old standard way of doing it. Brian King checks in now in this 8th inning. So Okert relieved after 1 inning of work, and that might be some of the better news the Rangers have had tonight. King gets that pitch comm device working, and now he's ready. Langford watches a big sweeper miss outside. And now he swings, hits that down the line. That one is gone! Off the facing of the upper deck. Wyatt Langford has untied the game in the 8th inning. Back-to-back nights puts the Rangers ahead of their final 2 at-bats.
Young man Wyatt Langford crushes this. Just stay healthy, because this man can lead a team if he can stay healthy, and that was a rocket.
109 miles per hour. And that got them out of their chairs.
No cheap home runs tonight in this game.
Nope. We got an ABS challenge here. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. And that one was a ball. Not real sure what Diaz was seeing.
It was just a paper cut.
Well, it's just missed. 2-0. And that is high. Ball 3. That is so ridiculous that we can tell to within less than 1/10 of an inch. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Young. So King gives up the home run and now a walk. Great start to the 8th inning.
You started off this inning, Dave, by talking about just having Okert out of the game might be good news.
Yeah. I mean, Okert has been really good, and he looked really sharp there in that 7th. Gift. Big break for the Rangers. They lead 4-3. Now Brandon Nimmo. Noisy group here tonight. A Friday night, Globe Life Field. And Nimmo takes low on outside. The inning also started with Michelle suggesting that maybe Wyatt Langford could provide the heroics 2 nights in a row. He walked it off yesterday. Homers in the 8th inning today, and that liner is by short, a base hit. Nimmo singles. Young drops anchor at 2nd. Rangers building a little bit more in the 8th inning.
Well, you love to see the Rangers after the home run not stop. Nimmo probably didn't love the contact here. Not even probably 100% sure where he hit the ball off the bat. Pena make a dive for it. Base hit. And yeah, how did Michelle get the script before this inning?
Yeah. The key is never to give away the plot lines before it happens. That's okay.
Well, guys, you see, I talked to Wyatt before the game. He told me he was feeling good. You know, Laura talked about this. He had been begging Skip to put him back in the lineup for several days. So he had to, make good on that. Obviously, he had the walk-off last night. He said he's feeling good. I just, I was only doing my part manifesting it,
It's good team play. Good work. Well, he was ready. He was campaigning for days in advance of getting back in there, saying that he was ready to go. And he has made good on his word. So now a chance to really put a little room between themselves and Houston here. 2 men on, nobody out for Jake Burger. And Burger swings. That's a high drive. Deep out to left. A soaring shot. It's gone.
The tarps off movement is working for the Ranger fans and the Rangers at the plate. This one is a fastball just above the belt. And this one had just enough carry to get into the Astros bullpen and give the Rangers some insurance.
Well, first pitch swinging here. That drops in. Base hit for Duran.
Was a high one. We just talked about the ones going really far out, no doubters. This one we weren't sure about. Josh Young was tagging at second base. Everybody gets to jog around and keep on rolling.
We've seen all those just line drive missiles, and that was one of those. Those are just so much fun to watch. I mean, up in the air as long as that one was. Just a soaring shot. A little bunt here. And King throws to first just in time. And they just get Carter. That's the first out of the inning. He does advance Duran to second base.
Great sacrifice bunt. And with Carter's speed, he almost got a base hit here. A step.
Even though that one beat him by a little bit, right? You can see the throw just a tiny bit inside there for Altuve. Puts him in a difficult spot. If that's another 6-8 inches further toward the baseline, good chance that the ball and Carter arrive at the same time and that play doesn't get made.
I hear what you're saying. I like what you're saying, but I wonder if it would have been interference. Where Carter was at in the baseline, then the runner has to go back to first base. So I think they would have called interference there.
Interesting.
But I hear what you're saying. I mean,
that might have been.
But where Carter was running, it gets into that. Okay, I'm glad it was just a sacrifice because the runner's at second.
Foscue now came in as a pinch hitter last inning. Fouls that one off. 0-2 the count. 4 runs across in the 8th inning. Rangers up 7-3. Here it is. Oh, that's high. Brian King, this has not been a pleasant 8th inning for him. They've had Abreu up in that bullpen a couple of times. And that one called off the plate, but a challenge by Diaz. And he does get the call overturned. It is a strike. And that is an out, too, because it was strike 3 on Foscue. Those are always a little awkward.
Well, I don't mind if you can somehow get Duran in after last night's 7th inning and you don't have Lats tonight. It would be nice to get one more.
Higgy shoots out in the air, foul over to the right side. Heck, maybe even 2 more.
Hey, I don't mind. It looks like Tyler Alexander will be the one coming in for the 9th.
Higgy in the air, center field. Matthews coming in. He makes the catch. The inning is over. Rangers getting it done at the plate. Langford, the hero yesterday, puts the Rangers in front of the 8th inning with that solo shot. Then Jake Burger gets them way out in front with a 2nd home run. Rangers rolling.
The positive that no.
Get big home runs from Wyatt Langford and Jake Burger. Now the lead into the 9th inning and a chance with 3 more outs to salt away a win in this Silver Boot Series.
Standard insurance call to the bullpen. Tyler Alexander. Get to face Altuve to start this inning off. Not a save situation.
Oh, it's Altuve who's batting. I didn't hear the announcement over the public address system. So he swings and lines that one into center field. That's a base hit. The fans' reaction might have helped me on that. So lead man aboard in the ninth. And now a pinch hitter is DeCenzo will bat for Lamont Wade Jr. And they got Shioka out there to talk to Alexander. We'll go over the scouting report on the right-handed hitter, Zach DeCenzo. It was kind of fun today before the ball game. Pat Doney, NBC5, does this great job. A big group of students, had over 50 students out, potential broadcasters, and they were working here, interviewing players, practicing being broadcasters and whatnot. Got to meet a lot of them today. And Connor Miller, one of these young kids, very earnest young man, told me that his grandparents, Don and Kathy Miller in Mansfield, they watch every night, Mike. They're huge Mike Bassick fans.
No way.
Well, they're Rangers fans. They have to be.
Well, thank you.
Everybody is. Anyway, we'll say hi to Don and Kathy and let you know Connor's a good kid.
You know he's trying to take your job.
Wait a minute. Hey, Don and Kathy, give me a ring after the game. I want to talk to you about some stuff I saw today. The one strike pitch. That one is in there. 0-2 on DeCenzo. Duplicitous little son of a gun. He didn't tell me that. Alexander's 0-2, and there's a swing and a miss. Big strikeout.
This was not a two-strike swing. Four-seam fastball. And it beats DeCenzo. He's late. He takes a big hack. But well late on the fastball.
Alexander goes to work on Cam Smith. That's fouled away for a strike.
You know, I have noticed tonight, and obviously played the Astros before this game this year, is they do take big rips. There's not very many guys in their lineup, you know, that maybe have the Alejandro Osuna approach or Brandon Nimmo two-strike approach.
Yeah, it is kind of the sellout, but you know, it's what we've watched all across baseball now for better than a decade. The sellout for the home run. Now, Yordan Alvarez isn't a perfect example because he can hurt you in a lot of different ways. He just has great power. Ground ball shortstop, could be two. Foscue on the first, in time for the double play, and this one is over. How about that win tonight for the Rangers? A 7-3 win on the back of some power in the 8th inning.
Well, this was a great Rangers win. It finishes it off with a ground ball double play. Cal Quantrill, a lot of ground balls tonight, and why not finish it off with a 2-for-1 special, and Jake Berger with a big 3-run shot for the breathing room, and Wyatt Langford back-to-back nights.
Boy, it's nice to have him back. 35,000 happy fans enjoyed one tonight. 7-3 Rangers over the Astros. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap it up for you here in a moment.